get something. Something needs to give. That's what I'm screaming for.
We recently saw Jade Cargill defend the TBS Championship against Taya Valkyrie. Something that I wanted to see, but at the same time, let me say, I'm a bit conflicted. I want Jade to lose this title now, but she needed to defend in this instance because I wasn't ready for her to just have, drop the title after like a quick little 3-week feud with Taya Valkyrie. Are you guys of the belief that Jade Cargill needs to lose the TBS Championship now?
You know what I think? I think that AEW doesn't have great women stars that are big enough for Jade to face again. This is why her whole reign has been, okay, cool. What is it? What number are we on now? 50, 55?
I think so.
I can barely count on the back of my hand the amount of good or great matches that she's had in this reign. And it's because they don't have the talent required to, not to say carry her through the match, but put on a better show for her reign to even be more meaningful and more compelling. I feel like AEW are waiting for Chris Statlander to come back and for her to drop the title to her. And I feel like I don't know if that's a good idea because I don't know when Chris is going to come back and it might take a while. So it's either you make her lose the title now or you just wait out, I guess.
They brought Statlander back when she last got injured, and kind of, I say throw her back in, not negligently, but they threw her back into the fold and she folded under the pressure and she got injured again. And that's where she is now. AJ, do you think, is it time for Jade to give it up and maybe do something else? The championship that is, or are you still here for her as the TBS champion?
I'm 50-50. I'm always here for Jade Cargill. All day, every day here for Jade Cargill. But again, who I thought she was going to drop the title to decided to go on another show, but that's even here or there. But I'm just going to touch on a thing that Chidera said about waiting for certain people to come and get titles. And I think this is a problem that AEW has, where they have this issue where they always are waiting for the right person to get the title. And I think that's what's ruining these titles like the TNTs and the TBSs. And I think Jade has fallen into that hole where we're just constantly waiting for Chris. Do something crazy, I don't know, give it to the Tay Mello or something. She doesn't deserve it at all, but just give it something, because it's unfortunate now that Jade has gone to a point where it's just flat. It's not flatlined, it's flatlined. It is flat, and it's not fair to her because again, we're waiting for the right person to catch the titles. You experimented the same thing with the tag team titles where you gave it to the Gun Club, yeah? And then I think that was a good transition to give it to the Gun Club and then give it to FTR. No complaint. Give it to somebody to hold it for a bit, build a rapport, someone up and coming. Anna Jay seems to be on our screens for a bit, with her.
Even using House of Black. Julia Hart.
Julia Hart or something.
I like that.
Yeah, give it.
She's been on a roll recently.
Exactly.
Give it to that.
Give it to somebody. Get Jade to start building more and more rapport with other people. We haven't seen her against Britt Baker. We haven't seen her against Saraya. We haven't seen her against Toni Storm. We haven't seen her against those big names. And yeah, it's just this. I think it's time for her to lose the title, but in a way that makes sense. If we have to give it to Julia Hart to hold for a bit, give her House of Black. Get something. Something needs to give. That's what I'm screaming for.
You're both bang on. I think I was even saying this to NK the other day. They've made the streak not actually mean anything at this point, because no one's interested in it. No one really cares too tough. They continue to feed her either local competitors or people that might be, she's very young in her career, maybe 2-3 years in. People that maybe got 5 years experience, they're feeding her. So it's like the blind leading the blind in a sense. No one here is really in charge. It's funny, some of these local competitors, that one that she faced in Canada before Taya Valkyrie came out, is a 15-year veteran, although they clearly haven't made it to the big time yet. You see what I mean? But that's 100% right. You've both said it, that there's a lack of top tier talents being given to Jade. Like Serena Deeb, I know she's injured now, but why has Serena Deeb never wrestled Jade Cargill? Ruby Soho, I think Ruby Soho and Athena, funny enough, are probably two of the best matches she's had. And look at who they are within wrestling. You see what I mean in terms of how long they've been around. Yeah, they need to keep giving her the Taya Valkyries and the veteran kind of people that she can actually get better at. She's holding this title. She looks amazing. She looks great. We all want it to continue. She is the star of AEW. She's the one. She's not world champion, yet they're sending her around to do the press and this and that, whatever. But she's not improving in the ring.
And she can't if she has like talent that's not to say they're not up to scratch, but they're not like top tier talent.
Yeah,
like it's not helpful. You need to give her somebody who's actually like been around, been on TV, been doing the things for a while.
And if they are giving her that top tier talent, they're asking them to really dumb down. I can tell them they're really watering down their moveset because like I said, Athena is talented. She's killing it in Ring of Honor. But again, you can easily see that they asked her not water it down for Jade a bit, which is unfortunate because I'm sure if Jade has the opportunity to push herself, she would, but I'm not getting that instance where I don't know, I'm starting to see a bit of a wall. Like, it's like she's comfortable, but in order for you to progress, you need to be uncomfortable. And I need someone to put her in a very, very uncomfortable position where she's desperate to keep the title because she's just holding this title like a piece of earring. Like, I could just throw it to the side and I'm not invested in it. I need emotion from Jade that I want. The reason why I will work for this title and I deserve this title, but I'm not getting that from her, unfortunately.
Again, you're right. They've made it a prop. Like, it's just, funny enough, she's above the TBS title. Whatever the TBS title means and whatever, she's above it. And, you know, I would have said maybe before Jamie Hayter became women's champion, she was above the women's champion as well. Like, that's how hard she was being pushed in the media and mainstream and on TV somewhat. Like, Jamie Hayter has kind of regained the prestigiousness of the women's title just through her performances are just out of this world sort of thing. But yeah, they need to really challenge Jade. And the thing is, with someone like Jade, who just oozes star power just when you look at her, she doesn't even need to be a great wrestler.
Yeah.
She just needs to, like we're saying, face some challenges, be challenged by some better opponents, and that will bring her level up. And then, yeah, I think from there, you know, we're definitely onto something. She's never been someone that's needed to wrestle. She's got cake, she's got bread. Like, she's been good before she got to AEW. That's why maybe she's not doing indies and stuff on a Saturday, which could be to her detriment, her development detriment, or whatever the case is.